Great students, welcome back to this YouTube channel. Um, we'll continue with where we stopped in the last lesson, looking at perfect markets, interesting thing, and all of that. So the first thing that we are going to start with here is the supply curve of a public competitive firm, right? So what parts is supply curve and all of that. So the first thing that we need to note the first thing we need to know concerning that is we call our shutdown position. So it is where price is lesser than ABC. As long as your price is lesser than your ABC, you shut down in the short run, right? So the thing is, if you draw this graph, P, let's assume that you're making a loss because shutting down should not come to your mind if you're making a profit anyways. So you're making a loss. So this is your ATC graph, and then this is your APC graph, and then this is your, how to get this thing, okay, this is your, yeah, it's better, MC graph. Now you have different quantities. So let's say at this point we had okay, this is price. So the price here is 200 naira, 200 naira, price in naira. This is zero and this is quantity. So here you add let's call this like 50. Then here let's call this like 60. Here is 70. Here a 90. Um, a 120. Blah blah blah, like that. All right. The profit maximizing condition is where MR equals MC. Like you know that. So I could decide to extend these guys. Let me see. Decide to extend, like, instead of, like, let me just eliminate this naira that is here. We just decide to like make my AC to be something like this. Okay, something like that. So I could decide to extend like this guy here, something like here. So I have a figure in this place. Then I could extend this person here. I'll have a figure in this place. So let me take this price away. Everybody knows this is price. I have a figure here. I could have a figure here. So this is 200. This can be like a 400. This can be like a 500 here. Then this one too, I could trace this one and have a figure just below it. So that figure is like 350. Then this one could have its own figure, blah blah blah. If you decide to trace them, okay. I'm just trying to like make it a little bit complicated, right? But then it's not a problem because when you see questions like that, likely going to be in this form. So here, the profit maximizing condition says that we should check the price and quantity where MR is equal to our MC. So this is the red one is our MC graph. This is our the demand curve. This demand curve in particular, P equals MR equals AR. So definitely they are meeting at this point, right? Where the price is 200 and our quantity, profit maximizing quantity, is 70. So in this case, profit maximizing, loss minimizing is okay. And then if you look at this average variable cost, because shutdown says price must once your price is lower than your ABC, you should shut down. So here, which is the minimum ABC, like that point, that's your lowest ABC. So at this point, we have like let's say maybe 110. All right. So obviously our price is more than our ABC, so we should not shut down. But if we produce below, if we produce a quantity that is below this price, then that means we don't know what we are doing. Like, we should shut down. So that means the lowest quantity that this business can produce is 60, right? So it should not produce less than 60. So because your minimum average variable cost, your shutdown position is basically where your price is lower than your minimum ABC. Let me even put it that way. Your price is lower than your minimum ABC. I think it's better that way. All right. So where your ABC is lowest. So if your price cannot cover your lowest ABC, then you shut down. All right. So your minimum ABC is where you are producing 60 units. So that means this business cannot produce 50 units, right? So it's producing 60 units at the price of 110. They are producing 70 units at the price of 200. Then on and on like that. So which means that the supply curve of this business, like the curve that relates quantity supplied with price, is supply curve is supply curve is the region is the region of MC greater than the minimum AVC. That's the supply curve. So this is MC. This one in red is the MC. So from here, from this part, right, upward is the supply curve of this business because they can't produce anything below 60. So you would have, if we were to draw the supply curve, so it would be something like this. 110, the price of 110 is producing 60, at the price of 200 is producing 70. So at the price of 200, 200 is like around here, and it's producing 70. So on and on, then you draw this curve. Supply curve. So on and on like that, supply curve. So the supply curve of a publicly competitive firm is the region of the marginal cost that is above the minimum ABC. Because you can't produce a quantity lower than the minimum ABC, like I've said earlier. If you do that, that's where you're supposed to shut down. So you can't do it. So the quantity where you are just getting the minimum ABC is where you should start producing from and onwards. So like that's what I want us to sort out there. So that's that about that. Now the next thing that we should look at is the kind of profit that is made in the long run. So I told you already that in the long run, a business makes normal profits. And how do you know a normal profit? So it is basically where your profit equals zero. That is, profit equals TR minus TC equals zero. So your total revenue is same as your total cost, right? So that's where you make a normal profit, normal economic profit. And once you are there, then you are already in the long run, like the business already in the long run. So how does that work? So we come back to the industry from the very beginning. So we have the supply curve, demand curve, price, quantity, zero. And for the firm, we have A, to draw something that's at least good. For the firm Q, we have P. So at equilibrium, let's say this price is 1,000, and then this is like 20 million. So you trace this one, that is to be so 1,000. Then we know we are going to have a straight demand curve. P equals AR equals MR. So this business can choose like supply anything. 10, 50, 1,000. If this is 20 million, okay, 1,000. Okay, I didn't tell you something the other time, although I think it's in the next lesson. Now, the sum of all the supply of all the firms in the market must be equal to the equilibrium that you have here. So, what's all of them, all the firms, there are many sellers. What's all the sellers are able to sell eventually must be equal to the industry supply here. All right, so this 20 million is equal to what all of them. So, if you have 10 firms in that market, so what each of them sold at their profit maximizing condition must be equal to 20 million. So that just like that. There's a calculation question on it in the next lesson, but just note that now. So let's have this our guy. Its average cost. Its average cost was something like this. Is this okay? It's not okay. No, it's fine. So average cost something like this. AC. Then marginal cost something like this. MC. So our profit maximizing condition says where MC equals M at this point. So we trace it down. So in this place, maybe this guy was producing like maybe like an 800. I didn't draw it to scale, so like don't worry, an 800. So we have something like this. Um, So all of this is representing profit. So this can be like a 700, for example. All right, so we can say that P is greater than AC. P is greater than AC. So this firm is making a profit. So what is going to happen is that, remember that this business has free entry and exit, right? One of the features of a private competitive firm is private competitive market is that there's free entry and exit. So other competitors are looking at existing business and they're like, oh wow, these guys are making money. These guys are making like supernormal profit. So and since there's free entry and exit, you begin to have competitors, like more people are going to be coming to this industry. So as more sellers are coming, it affects the industry supply curve, right? So as more sellers are coming to take advantage of the profit that they see you guys making, right? Your industry supply curve will be shifting outwards. So you have this guy will or downwards. So this guy will shift like this downward, right? So as it's shifting downwards, your equilibrium price, this is your equilibrium price now, right? It's changing. Equilibrium price is changing. So this is like S. Let me put this on like S2. And what S1? This is S1, S2. Right? Again, um, at this price, if you trace this price like this, it is still more than the average cost. So that means there's still some profit to be made again. So you have more people who also still come, more people will still come, and then they're just coming for the profit guy, and it's not their fault. As more businesses are coming, this guy keeps shifting down, right? So at this is the new um price, equilibrium price now. So if you look at this price now, so it's equal to our AC. I didn't know this guy will. Where's it? Okay, this is if I take this guy. Okay, no, still here. Then some people can just move. After this, then you have other guys coming in again. Other guys coming in again. Then they bring the supply from somewhere around here. All right. So when they bring the supply curve here, it's a linear graph. Please, when they bring it here. So looking at this, when I trace this last one, I trace this last one here, right? I'll be having like let's say 680. 680. So when I trace this price too, when I trace it out here, you will see that it is the price that is equal to um, the average cost. So the price here falls to 680. All right. So because of the free entry and exits, as long as other people realize that the existing business are making supernormal profits, they come in to create more competition. They won't take advantage of the profits. But the more they come in, right, the more the industry supply increases. And as the industry supply is increasing with the same demand, right, then equilibrium price continues to fall. So equilibrium price is falling, but equilibrium quantity would increase, which is a normal thing. So it can increase like 22 million units of the product, which is a normal thing. All right, exactly. So if you now see it, our at 680, our demand curve is here now. So let me call this P. How many prices? One is 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me call this P4 equals AR4 equals MR4. So at this point, you see this is what we are seeing. What you are seeing there at this point, this is just what you have. So your price is now same as your average cost at 680. So price has reduced down, 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 down until it's at the lowest point of your average cost. So at that point, nobody's going to come in again because what profit is there to be made? No profit is there to be made anymore. So nobody comes in again. So once your business is at this point, they will see that you are in the long run, right? So if you have a graph like this, maybe an assignment or a test, and then talk about this particular part, right? So the price that you have here is the long run price because at that price, average cost is same as the price, and normal economic profit is being made. But all the remaining prices above that point, they are still talking about short run because the business is making um abnormal profit. Is that okay? All right. Then prices below it will still mean short run again. That would be like um losses or whatever. But like the point here is just that you are in the long run at this point where competition has driven a price down so well that is now equals to your average, cost. That's long run. Where there was an abnormal profit that brought people in. So let us now look at the loss. How can loss also drive the how can loss also like make businesses to make zero economic profit. So yeah, for this one, we also start from the industry, supply curve, demand curve, and then we have the firm. Okay, so taking the price from here, price, quantity, quantity, price. This is the equilibrium price, 10 million units of this product. It's the industry anyway, the entire industry is 0, 0. So price there could be like let's say 400. So you take this price, 400, you supply anything you feel like supplying. So 5. Okay. Then I have the business is making a loss. AC. Now I do something like MC. So 5 is 0. This is 5. This is like 8. This is like 15, 10, 24, 30, etc. So to get the AC at this point, AC, of course, where MC equals MR, P star is 400, Q star equals MC here, 15, 15 units. So we trace this 15 units to the AC, then we get this guy out. This can be 500 and this one. So they're having a loss because, of course, your AC is greater, AC is greater than price. So I think this should be kind of okay. So the thing is that some businesses begin to leave, like loss. Everybody just making loss. Loss is just eating people like anyhow in this industry. So business begin to leave. And as they're leaving, like what is going to be happening? So as oh shit. Oh, okay. All right. Supply, demand. Okay. So as they're leaving, what's going to be happening? Industry supply will be reducing. So there's free exits. Remember, there's free exit. So business will just be leaving. The ones that can cope. They are the business that will leave first are the marginal firms. Those business that even when everybody was making abnormal profits, they were there just breaking even. That is, they were just making normal profits. So now that people are now making losses, they'll be the first to just get out. Like marginal firms are the ones that will just get out. Now that people are making losses. So as business are leaving, then that is beginning to be that will be reducing the industry supply. So instead of our supply to be here, we begin to have like a supply like this. This one shifts inside to like S2. There's a new equilibrium price here. Then it keeps shifting inside like S3 here. Let me see. I think S3 is fine. So at S3, then the price here is 500. So as businesses are leaving, right, the equilibrium, what do you call it? Equilibrium price in the market is going to be increasing, or supply, excess supply is being taken off, or shortage is being created. So here I can have like 8 million products. All right. So firms are taking this price, taking this price. So now this is going to be the new price, and that will be like price 3. Let me call it like P3. It's like P1. Why am I calling P3? Like this was where P1 was. This is P2. There's an equilibrium here. This is P3. So at price 3, everybody's going to calm down at price 3. So the demand curve is going to become this now. Going to become this now. So we have P3. P3 equals AR3 equals what do you call it? That equals yeah, that's correct. MR3. So when there is loss, when businesses are experiencing losses in the short run, I told you a supernormal profit and loss I made in the short run. When they are making losses, um, there will be several businesses that will be leaving. Right? Like I said, like marginal businesses are leaving first, marginal firms are leaving first. So as they are leaving, they are cutting industry supply, reducing it, and as they are reducing industry supply, of course, the equilibrium price because they are creating shortage in the market now as you guys are leaving. equivalent price is going to be increasing. So it's increased up to the point where the price is just equal to the average cost. So at that point, nobody lives again. So everybody's just enjoying zero economic profit. So if you remember from the lesson on accounting and economic profit, you will know that economic profits is the kind of profit where implicit and explicit costs have been deducted from the total revenue. So even though your economic profit is zero, your accountant can still tell that you're making 20 billion profit at that point because your accountant is only looking at the explicit cost. Like, he's only subtracting explicit cost from your total revenue. Like we've done that, that should not be a problem at this point. So the fact that you're making zero economic profit doesn't mean that an accountant is not seeing your business as very, very profitable. It's just an economist that is seeing it as that you're making zero economic profit. So yeah, this is what basically happens. Um, as these guys are living, as some business are living, those that are still there, we're experiencing increments in prices right from the industry. So it gets to that point where P is just equal to EC, and then it stops. Nobody lives anymore, right? And there's no point in even entering. All right. So that's just going to be the end. So yeah, this brings us to the end of our revised edition of Privately Competitive Market. So there are a number of take homes, but I just want you guys to know from this class, among other things, that in the short run, privately competitive businesses like firms make abnormal profits or supernormal profit. Like I've said it several times, or losses. It is only in the long run that these businesses make um, zero what do you call it now, zero economic profit, right? And yeah, one thing I've not also spoken about is the condition where you exit the industry. So exiting the industry, exit the industry. So the condition where you are going to exit the industry, you only exist in the long run. All right. And the reason why, in the long run, you remember that all factors of production are variable, right? That is, nothing is fixed anymore. All factors of production are variable. So this thing that we have here in the long run is our price. Then this is our ATC. The point is that since all factors are variable, there is no fixed cost. So that means our ATC is same as our AVC in the long run, since there's no fixed cost. Like, is that okay? So you can vary all your factors of production in the long run. So if you see ABC here, if this is not ATC and it is like, okay, let's say ATC times ABC. If what you see there is ABC, it is still long run. Okay, why? Because in the long run there's no fixed cost. And it's only in the long run that you have this kind of thing. Like, but let's leave it as ATC anyway. But I just want you guys to just know that. Let's leave it as ATC because that's what is used to distinguish whatever. So if in the long run, after you can vary all of your factors of production to match different levels of demand, and you still realize that you are producing at a point where your TR cannot cover your TC, then you should get out, right? So when you divide this by Q, TR over Q is no, don't let me say it's not equal to. Let's say TR is lesser than TC. So TR over Q is lesser than TC over Q. So basically, your price is lesser than your average total cost. You should get out of this. You should just leave. You should leave. Right? Because now you can factor, you can vary your factors of production. So why are you still making losses? So if you are still making losses and so guy, so maybe you should leave this clothing business and go and sell recharge cars, right, or something. This business is not for you. Like, that's just the point. So the condition where a firm exit the industry in the long run is where price is lesser than the average total cost, right? So it's just used to this. So I don't want to write ABC here because ABC is specifically meant for the short run, right? So even though we can still alternatively say this is P equals less than ATC because P is lesser than ATC because there is no fiscal AVC because there is no fiscal, but like it's just a way of distinguishing between short run and long run. Okay, in the long run, just use P lesser than ATC, even though we know that our ATC is same as our ABC. But in the short run, right, P lesser than ABC, so a way of distinguishing. So if in the long run you cannot cover your ATC, like that, just go, right? Leave this industry. Okay, so that's it. So what we have now is going to be an assignment. Thank you. Yeah, so I think you just bagged yourself a really good assignment to help you practice everything that we've been discussing in the first and second lesson. So price, quantity, you have different numbers. I think this should be price slash cost. Okay, let me just add cost slash price because we have cost curves too. Cost slash price. So the highest there is 1,000. So you have 1,000, 950, 920, 800, 680, and 650. They have those numbers 20, 30, point for quantity and whatever. So A calculates the firm's I, profit maximizing price and quantity. There's nothing to really calculate, just look at the graph and pick something that you're supposed to pick. Then to calculate the firm's profit or loss, better still, depending on what is made. Then B, what market structure is depicted above? Like what kind of market structure is it? Oligopoly, monopoly, monopsony, duopoly, private markets, or whatever. And then why? So why are you picking what you just picked? Then number for C, is the firm in the short or long run? Explain. Then D, should the firm shut down or exit the markets? Yeah, why? Should have added or not, or why? So pick. Is it shutting down that you should pick or exiting the market? And then why? Why are you picking that particular answer? So that brings us to the end of forex markets here. So we'll continue the next lesson. Like there are still calculation questions. Like, but it depends on your level anyway. So if you're a fresher or 200 level student, you're done. Like this place is okay. So the remaining lessons that we have are for students in 300 level and above. Yeah. So see you when I see you. Bye.